Well, hello there, guys, and welcome to our stream here of Order of Battle World War II. We're going to be starting and going live in about 3 minutes, and stream here of hope you guys are ready for some Dunkirk action. Hey, how's it going, guys? We're taking a look here at those of you in the YouTube live dashboard. It's good to see you there. Hey, Eric, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. And hello, Larchendel. Good to see you as well. We'll be starting in about 2 minutes, guys. We just want to give everybody a chance to get here on time. And we will be continuing our Battle of Dunkirk. So this should be interesting. Look at that. We're doing better than everybody. This is not fair. Hey, how's it going, guys? A few more people coming in on YouTube. Good to see you guys. If you guys are currently on our Matrix YouTube channel, do me a favor, switch over to our Slytherin YouTube channel. We'll go back to the Matrix one starting tomorrow. We just today we're doing the Matrix Slytherin channel, or the Slytherin channel, and also the Slytherin Twitch channel. That's kind of what we're doing today. So welcome everybody, and it looks like, sure enough, a lot of you guys are here. You like my Deutsche accent, Eric? Danke. I don't think it's very good, but what can I say? All right, so let's get started here, guys. I'm going to jump into Order of Battle. For those of you that have not checked out the other part of this stream, we started this stream quite a while back, and essentially this basically started as the Battle of Dunkirk. You know, the movie of Dunkirk was coming out, so we figured this is probably a good time to do a stream on Dunkirk. Of course, we're playing as the Germans in this battle, and it's quite a challenge. It really is. So we're going to continue here. We're just now starting to really get into Belgium and really hurt the Belgians. So I'm going to go ahead and attack with my Panzer III. Let's go ahead and do that. Beautiful. So I'm going to move forward with the Panzer III. Now, one thing I'm not sure is whether or not bunkers count as actual units. I don't think they do, but again, I really don't know. I am going to reinforce the German heavy infantry, and a lot of the German units that we're getting over here into Belgian territory are starting to do very, very well for themselves. So, for instance, they're actually managing to keep their high points percentage. These guys have 10, and we actually have some TNT to destroy infrastructure like bridges, roads, etc., and really damage the enemy's supply output. It's definitely something that I would consider doing if I was behind enemy lines, but we're driving into enemy lines, so I think that we should probably just relax and attack the enemy on foot. So we're going to go ahead and hit the Belgian bunkers. Thank you. Thank you, David. So he's letting me know a little late, but I appreciate it. So not for VP purposes. In that case, we're probably going to ignore the bunkers. We'll go ahead and move through. We've taken Isegem. We'll be taking Tielt fairly soon. And I just want to make sure that we've got some more units over here prepared to move forward. As you can see, we've already started to fight with the British Expeditionary Force and the French, and they're doing quite well against us on this western side. And I'm not sure if there's much we can do to save our guys here in the west. We're actually struggling here. And for those of you that saw us last turn or a few turns ago, you'll see that we've done pretty well here in the east, but in the west, not so much. So we are going to continue the game, but I'm not 100% sure that we can grab a victory out of this. Let's go ahead and end the turn. We're also going to be announcing, guys, today Panzerkrieg, which is going to be coming out very soon, and, well, not very soon, it's actually, let's just say a little bit. Panzerkrieg is essentially going to be Germany in 1942-1943 Russia, and, of course, the difficulties faced during those years. I think it's going to be incredible. I've seen some screens myself. You guys are not in a position to check those screens out yet, but we will eventually get them to you, and I really think it's going to be quite fun. Today, of course, we continue here in Dunkirk, well, I should say in western France, moving towards Dunkirk and hoping to get a victory. Alright, let's go ahead here. So we obviously still have 51 units, and what's this bopping up? The enemy is in full retreat. After attempting to evacuate from the Channel Coast beaches, after clearing the final pockets of resistance, the Dunkirk region will be secured. Okay, that's good to know. Shoot Spitfire, so that's a new objective, and really not one that we're in a position to complete. You know, we really need to do a little bit better over here on this side. And you can see the French have actually retaken quite a lot of these towns that we took initially. So I'm actually going to go and send these guys to the east to assist with our forces over here in the eastern regions. Of course, destroying Belgium would help us, but I think we need to go on and move straight to Dunkirk over here, into France, essentially, and away from Belgium here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start moving. Take this unit. We'll start moving. We're going to take that airfield, of course. Nuke them from orbit to Spartan. Unfortunately, we don't have the nukes at our disposal. Good suggestion, though. Good suggestion indeed. Let's go ahead and move forward. In fact, nukes haven't even been created yet. Well, have they or haven't they? Maybe we're in some sort of alternate history, for all we know. I've been reading way too much Harry Turtledove. All right, let's keep on moving forward here. I kind of want to move this guy by truck, and I think this is the only time I'm going to do it safely because we are behind our lines. But let's go ahead and continue here. And I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to go ahead and surrender here. That's right, surrender. And go ahead and take on another battle because we definitely are getting beat up badly here. That's the end of the moves for that turn. We have to kill 55 units, so it's going to be a lot of stuff we still have to do. Thank you, David. Meet the secondary objective to knock Belgium out. It's your only chance. I think you're right. I think you're right. I certainly have, and I can see that smile on your face from here, David. We're gonna go ahead and grab another. We'll grab another campaign here in a second, guys. I mean, we've tried to take France. We actually did 2 streams on the Battle of Dunkirk here, but you know, we definitely need to go ahead, pop out, and start something new. So I'm actually gonna start a new campaign. I'm gonna let you guys decide what campaign we're going to play. So we're going to actually go ahead and exit to menu, and I want you guys to decide. I'm not sure if Musso, if you could do another straw poll. We need to add some stuff to the straw poll. We need to add Kriegsmarine. Actually, I can type it out here. So let's do Kriegsmarine Winter War, and we really want to start doing more of this for you guys. Essentially, you know, allowing you guys to select what battles you want to see. This sort of thing. It's absolutely right. So we're going to go ahead and basically allow you guys to decide and see which you want us to start. Now, we're starting a new campaign so that the next time we play Order of Battle, we're going to be continuing this campaign. So it's totally up to you guys. Several campaigns to start with. Burma Road, Morning Sun, Rising Sun, the U.S. Pacific. Actually, I didn't add this one. We've got the U.S. Marine Corps. So somebody mentioned Burma Road. Shocks wants to see Burma Road. That's 1 for Burma Road. We've got Blitzkrieg. Morning Sun's got my vote. Ah, man after my own heart. Piddly and Squishy. That's my favorite of all of them is Morning Sun. I love it. It is definitely my favorite, and primarily because you get to see bits of the Sino-Japanese War. Just fascinating. Wavell says Burma Road. Large says boot camp. And I think Dave would agree with him for boot camp. Thank you so much, Muso. So, guys, let's try the... we really do want to start learning how to use the straw poll, so let's go ahead and jump into that and select what you want. And, of course, from here, we'll go ahead and decide. So I'm going to give it about 2 minutes for you guys to of course, choose an answer. So far we have 2 for U.S. Marines. Pretty cool. 1 for Winter War, 1 for Morning Sun. And hey, Koros Gamer. So the straw poll is on our Twitch channel, Koros Gamer. I'll give you the link right now in YouTube. Give me 1 second. And you can also participate in the straw poll. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look here. We're going to take a look at the straw poll. This is going to be the final decision, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Burma Road it is. Wow. Actually, we have a tie here, guys. Burma Road and U.S. Marines 3-on-3. So actually, it's 3 versus 3. We need a tiebreaker, so we need someone else to vote here. Let's take a look. Still 3 versus 3. I like the flip a coin idea. All right, so we're going to flip a coin, guys. Heads. Oh, actually, Koro said Marines. So we're going to be going with U.S. Marines, I believe. Yes, U.S. Marines. We've got a lot of different opinions here, but we definitely have it split between U.S. Marines and Burma Road, without a doubt. So I am going to go with U.S. Marines. We've done Burma Road before. We're going to jump into the U.S. Marines Let's Play and see how we do, my friends. So, of course, we're going to be fighting together here. Semper Fi. The U.S. Marine Corps is America's amphibious spearhead, tasked to assault and capture enemy-held islands and coastlines. Fresh from military training and carrying only limited supplies, the Marines are now en route to the Japanese outpost on Guadalcanal. So here we go, guys. We are jumping in here. And we are going to be starting on Guadalcanal first. Actually, I didn't know that. So the Latin pronunciation would be Semper Fi. I guess some Americans always mess it up because I've had actually quite a few friends that served in the Marine Corps, and they always say Semper Fi. But, of course, Americanization of the word, what can you do? Where did David go? We need him. He's our only hope. Here we go, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. The mission briefing awaits. So the U.S. Expeditionary Force has arrived on schedule and due to bad weather is undetected by the Japanese. After splitting the force in two, our group is tasked with the assault on Tulagi and Gavutu Tanambogo. That's interesting, to say the least. Because it is some distance away from the Japanese bases and settlements, the southern half of Tulagi is expected to be the least defended. This would be the preferred landing zone on the island. Over here, we have to the east of Tulagi lies the island group of Gavato Tanambogo. The Japanese have constructed a seaplane base there and may have a sizable garrison defending it. Interesting. So on that smaller island, it looks like they're probably going to have some better defenses. This operation is the first real test for the Marine Corps, and we're on a tight schedule. Once both islands have been secured, our troops will immediately be transferred to support the invasion of Guadalcanal. So, guys, we need to take the flags on Tulagi Island, and we definitely need Dave here to give us some tips, because this is actually the first time I've played the U.S. Marine Corps update. I do believe we can drop the Marines here to land, so yes, that is the way it works. But I'm trying to think, maybe we should drop our guys here first. There's a lot of areas to take, so I'm going to drop some Marine Corps here. We'll drop another Marine Corps unit here. I'm not sure the use of the supply ships. I know that they can resupply some of the naval ships, but I'm not sure how useful they're going to be to actually resupply our Marines. That's going to be altogether different. So we are going to drop the supply ships here, and I'm hoping I have enough points to purchase a few more Marines, because I just don't think we've got enough. Now, usually I would go for the upgrades like the Studebaker truck or the M3 half-track, but right now, you know, you guys can see the size of these islands. We're not going to be moving too much, and even if we had the Studebaker, you know, we've got jungles to deal with. We've got marshlands. If I zoom in here, you can see this area is all marshy, swampy, a lot of jungle. This is not a place you would want to be at all for a very long time. So we're going to go ahead. I'm also going to grab some U.S. Marine Raiders, put them here, and let's go ahead and purchase some more U.S. Marine Raiders. Actually, we'll take the U.S. Airborne. No, we can't. Yeah, we just don't have enough command points, unfortunately. No, it's Semper Fidelis is, well, Semper Fi is sort of like a short-term version, but of course, Semper Fidelis, there's actually a song called Semper Fidelis, which was going to be the how should I put this, the national anthem of the United States by John Philip Sousa. But of course it changed to the Star Spangled Banner. So we're gonna go ahead and I think we can almost put these Marines right there on the coast, assuming, I mean, remember, we've been told that there's not gonna be much of an enemy presence here, so I'm hoping that that's true. I have no way of knowing if that's actually the case. Here we go. Thank you, Piddly and Splishy. So plot the supply ships on the coast where your guys land. Gives them supply until they can capture a point. Very cool. All right, guys, we're going to get started. So if we take all flag points on Tulagi Island, that's the primary objective, and clearing Guvatu and Tenambogo is another objective. Basically, clearing 2 of these. Oh, they cannot take territory. Thank you, Wavell. Ooh, I may have made a mistake there. That's okay, though. We're going to get those Marine Raiders up there, and we're going to keep our regular Marines quite safe, hopefully. So we're going to, of course, start moving forward. Now, remember, we've been told by High Command that this island is definitely dangerous. This is not a battleship, Spartan. This is a supply ship, and this is a support ship, this one right here. Although I can see how you could mistake the support ship for a battleship for sure. These are just supply ships, just bring supplies. Now, this is an aircraft carrier, of course. We're going to be bringing her along, and we'll take the Wildcat to support our attack on the eastern islands. I think these are the toughest. And let's start dropping some boys off. All right, disembark effects. When a unit disembarks, it loses efficiency. The amount of efficiency lost depends on the terrain type the unit lands on. Beaches cause a lower penalty, while disembarking in a city with port causes the lowest efficiency loss. So we really do want to try to get on this beachhead if we can. We already got 1 unit there. We're going to try to get our next unit. Obviously, if we drop over here in the jungle, our men are not going to be doing that well. They're just, it's not a place they should be. So I am going to move forward with some more U.S. Marines. Should be able to drop them off next turn. Let's see. All right, we'll end the turn here. Sure enough, they're already opening up on us with some bunkers. Yeah, guys, please do take a look at the straw polls that Muso's putting up. We really want everybody to participate on those. And honestly, like, the more you guys participate in those straw polls, the more we're going to know, the more information we're going to have. So whenever we're doing a stream, you know, we can go to you guys and say, hey, what do you think? By the way, the U.S. Marine Raiders have this sneak attack ability. We can't use it because the enemy's seen us, but it's definitely something we want to consider. A little bit later, perhaps, in our campaign. We're dropping our U.S. Marines down here, and hopefully these guys survive, because as mentioned earlier, and I didn't know this, but unfortunately, these raiders cannot take territory. They can, however, kill a hell of a lot of the enemy. Now, that's the good news. I'm going to go ahead and move my Wildcat in. Come on, Wildcat. Not bad, boy, not bad. We've got an enemy AA gun here, but it's only got 4 in terms of actual attack power. Let's keep moving here, guys. And let's start moving inland on this particular island. So remember, we were told by High Command that there would not be a lot of enemy activity on this island. You're going to find out pretty soon that High Command, quite frankly, doesn't know a damn thing. I'm pretty sure we're going to find enemy presence here on this island, and probably a nasty enemy presence. Certainly during the Pacific campaign, there was a lot of miscalculations, and really just during any military campaign, there's going to be a tremendous amount of miscalculations saying, oh, there's no Japanese on this island. You know, well, there are, of course, but that's okay. Now this, actually, nope, this is still a support ship. Let's take a look here. The Marines are now out of supply. No, Van Bishop, but we've got a supply ship right here. These guys were out of supply, these right here, but we pulled them back into our supply. I'm hoping that supply ship will hold them. And we've got these supply ships for these gentlemen. But I can see how these guys could be out of supply. Let's see what happens. Yes, I definitely see that. So the guys over here are out of supply. We're going to try to fight back and get a supply ship to them ASAP. So let's do that. Second wave. Fresh manpower and equipment have arrived to support the deployment of additional forces. All right, so we got to move this supply ship over here, right here. And Spartan says, this game makes me want to watch the Pacific and Panda Brothers. I hear you, man. I hear you. Absolutely. So we are bringing some supplies here to these guys. I'm going to go ahead and try to attack. But we might have to go ahead and actually start fighting the enemy. It's going to be tough. But the good news is we've gotten some actual command points, I believe, so we might be able to get some U.S. Marines. Just typical, regular old U.S. Marines. Drop one here. Let's grab a few more. Love to grab some U.S. Airborne, so let's take some Airborne, as a matter of fact. And I think we could probably grab one more unit, but I'm gonna be cool for now. I'm just gonna relax and sort of scout out the area. The thing about this island to the west that creeps me out is there's so much jungle here, forest, etc. There's just so many places for an entire Japanese regiment to hide. So I am gonna move towards Sasapi, and then I'm gonna move these guys to the east, but I'm definitely gonna exercise caution on this island, and I'm thinking maybe even purchasing another group of U.S. Marines is probably not a bad idea, and dropping them over here somewhere. Because we've got barracks, we've got a prison. I'm assuming if we can open that prison up, if we can liberate that prison, we might be able to get some men out of it. I'm thinking. I'm not 100% certain on that. It's just something I'm assuming. Where can you purchase this game? Muso, can you please give him a link? Absolutely, you can purchase it on our site, and you should purchase it on our site because we have a discount going on right now, and you're going to want it. So this is, of course, a DLC for the base game, and this one is the U.S. Marine DLC. Let me move this supply ship a little closer to our boys. I'm going to take these raiders, and I'm going to try to attack the flak. Attack the flak. Unfortunately, if we attack this unit, we're going to get totally wiped out. I'm going to see if we can use a sneak attack. No, that's not going to be helpful, and the enemy machine guns are going to tear us up. So we're going to move over here. Once again, the enemy machine guns would tear us up over here. Marine Raiders were definitely not the right choice for the units that we were going to put on this island. Matter of fact, we might need some heavier units. Maybe some tanks. Do we have any? We do, but we don't have enough for them. Let's see. I guess we could go ahead and attack the bunker. We've got to attack something. I just don't see this going well if we don't throw some out there. All right. Here we go. Boom, boom. And don't forget that eventually we could take these guys off this island and move them over here if we need to do that. It's weird how much smaller island is actually much more dangerous. I really want to go ahead and attack the bunker. I know we'll do some damage to it, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. What the hell? Let's go for it. Go for it, boys. Semper Fi. I think that's a great question, Piddly and Squishy. I don't know much about the Raider units, but I do believe, number one, these guys have excellent fortifications. They're in a jungle area, so they've got that defensive bonus. And I think these Raider units are really made to go behind enemy lines and basically ambush them from the flanks. Again, I just saw Raider. I was like, this is cool. But I think, you know, more than likely, if we were just attacking with regular U.S. infantry units or U.S. Marine Corps units, we'd probably be a lot better off. We're going to end turn. Sure enough, enemy's going to attack. We're going to fight back, but our boys are in trouble. No doubt about that. And even the Raiders taking some nasty hits. And over here, they're going to take some nasty hits, too. The Raiders were a bad decision. It is Spartan. The base game itself, which was known as Order of Battle Pacific, when we first came out with the game, we referred to it as Order of Battle Pacific. Now, of course, we call it Order of Battle World War II, but Order of Battle Pacific is, in fact, free to play. I do want to bring these guys some reinforcements, but I don't expect them to survive very long. In the meantime, we're going to bring our U.S. Marines. We're going to have to move through the damn swamp, or we could go around. I think we're going to try to go around. This is risky, though. If the enemy has any sort of units waiting for us, we're in serious trouble. And I'm just going to keep these raiders here for now. There's not really much they can do. Ah, use them to hit and run, spending points. Van Bishop, do you think that we should disband the raiders? Or just... I'm kind of wondering, how should we use these guys? I want to disband them at this point. Okay. Let's take a look at this island. Let's keep searching. So I'm definitely heading east towards the enemy barracks. And I probably should bring some reinforcements, because if that's an enemy barracks system, they're going to have defenses. And sure enough, look at that. They already have some infantry here, although surprisingly not that much infantry. So maybe Command was right, or maybe the rest of their infantry is hiding out in this jungle area. And sure enough, we already found some enemies. And what is this, guys? Korean workers. So for those of you that don't know, Korea was, of course, I believe a vassal state of Japan for quite a long time. Koreans and Japanese would obviously have vacation homes in Korea, things like this. And many of the Koreans did support the Japanese. Of course, many of the Koreans did not support the Japanese. But there was certainly a lot of history between the two countries, even going all the way back to the Imjin War with the invasion of Korea by the Japanese. And this is, of course, something that, that happens. And so now we're fighting Korean workers. They don't seem to be very well armed. In fact, if you take a look at the image, it looks like they've got maybe a Molotov, maybe a spear. We're going to have to attack these guys. I don't want to have to be honest with you. I wish we didn't, but unfortunately, they give us no choice. We've got to go ahead and try to take them out. We'll, of course, bring in our Marines, getting a little closer to the lines here. Of course, we're going to have this supply ship close by, and we'll see if this works out. And I think I'm going to take this supply ship and essentially follow. Hold on until they get back in shape. They cost a few unit points. Keep them and use them to attack without taking losses. Ah, thank you. All right, I think that's what we're going to do. Let's end the turn. Yep. We still have this aircraft carrier here we can mess around with. And the Wildcat, I really haven't done anything with. I don't expect him to do much damage, but we'll probably take the Wildcat back to the aircraft carrier and try and get some reinforcements. Here we go, final wave. All remaining reserves have now been authorized for deployment. More command points are available. Now, we could go for a tank. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Thank you, Wavell. Disband one of the units. I think that's a good suggestion. And buy some artillery. Then again, so indecisive. So indecisive. I think they should die in honor. Go, boys! Attack! We're gonna get our guys killed. I want to see if I can go ahead and get close and do some damage here. I don't think I can, but we'll attempt to. Thank you, Van Bishop. The supply ship supplies everyone as long as they are in the territory you control. No need to move it. Fair enough. We will not disband, boys. We won't do it. Never. Let's go ahead and give these guys fresh troops. I'm going to try to keep these guys alive as long as possible. That's right, we're going all in, Van Bishop. We're going all in. Refuse to disband. I'm going to go ahead and maybe, still trying to decide what I want to do with this Wildcat. We could try to go ahead and hurt the enemy here, but I think I really want to hurt the enemy infantry. Fortunately, it's just not happening right now. Are heavy infantry available? I believe they are. I would actually really like to get a tank unit, but I think without the okay from one of the more experienced players like Van Bishop, I probably won't get the tank unit, although I'd love to get a Stuart here. We definitely have enough to buy one Stuart and deploy him. I'm not sure it's going to make much of a difference, though. We might be better off actually just getting regular infantry units and doing it that way. I'm really not 100% sure. Let's take a look here. Don't get the tanks, as Wavel's saying. So go for, yeah, I think you're right, Wavel. So go for infantry, perhaps. Before we go for infantry, I want to keep on moving on this island. Get a tactical bomber. I don't know about that. Really? Tactical bomber? We're going to officially make, I think, Wavel here. And we can do this, actually, as we continue this Let's Play series. We're going to get Wavel and also Van Bishop to be our generals. So my suggestion would be to get the Marines and artillery. Heavies don't do well in the jungle. Tanks are totally useless and not realistic in this scenario. That does make sense. You know, in a jungle scenario, tanks aren't going to do a damn thing for you. I think artillery is probably the way we need to go. I think that's going to be the best bet. Thing is, it's expensive, obviously, so I'm going to try to get some arty here. We've actually got some, and I've never seen this unit, an M75 GMC, so this thing can move quite a lot more than the other arty. We're going to go ahead, purchase and deploy. Let's drop them. And we're going to purchase and deploy, hopefully, if we can afford it, some U.S. Marines. I don't think we can, though. We might be able to get some U.S. Engineers, though, or even some U.S. Infantry 42. So let's purchase these guys, and I guess we're going to drop them on this island as well. Take a look here. I think we've moved just about everybody we need to move. I will get this guy a bit closer, because pretty soon this Wildcat's going to want to come home, buy a nuke. Let's keep on going. Okay, I'm going to get to the barracks. We know that the barracks are defended, so we're going to approach carefully, and we're going to open fire. Here we go, boys. And once again, Korean workers are defending these barracks. It's tragic, but, you know, they're going to try to defend this area to the end, and we wouldn't hurt these guys. You know, we want to help them, but I don't think they're going to allow us to do that. They're going to go down with their Japanese overlords. Now for the harbor. I'm definitely going to have to launch an attack here on the bunker, and you can see we've got quite a few enemy units here. I'm going to go ahead and start attacking the bunker. Not too bad. And the rest of my damage is going to be spread out amongst these Japanese infantry units. Move it up, boys. Thank you, Wavel. So engineers are good for attacking bunkers. And I think we'll finish off this Korean unit. Move forward. Hey, another kill for our Marines. I'm sure they're happy. But of course, if we could have avoided that, we probably would have. All right, we're good. Let's end the turn. Ah, gah, Van Bishop, I read your message a little too late. I hope the GMC is still useful, though. Unfortunately, those men died. I had nothing to do with it, with those men dying. I don't know what you're talking about, but those men died with honor. They certainly did. Now we'll move the rest of them back here. The Raiders, of course. These guys we could still provide some reinforcements to, but we can't really rely on this. I'm going to go ahead and drop my boys off. Now, I've dropped my guys off in a really bad zone, and this is usually not a good idea. In this case, we're going to try to remedy it. But as you can see, you know, in the swamp zone, when we're deploying in that particular zone, we're actually going to take some negative penalties. So we might want to get out of the swamp zone before we even consider attacking the enemy. So if anybody's asking, you know, why are we taking more penalties this time? Why is it that the enemy is much stronger? In this case, that would be why. So we're going to have to see. Move the supply ship around the island. Thank you, my friend. So we're going to take, hopefully this is the right supply ship to move around the island. And let's see what else we can do. We get the aircraft carrier a little bit closer here. So I want to make sure here. Van Bishop says, now move the supply ship, they're cut off. Okay, I hope he was referring to these guys, but I think these guys might be cut off, actually. I think our supply ship might need to be in one of these 3 hexes. We'll find out soon enough. That being said, let's head over to the main island and see if we can't continue the attack here. We're going to go ahead and open up on these guys. Open up on the bunkers. Enemy's going to fight back, but there's just no point. I think we've taken this island. I'm not as concerned about taking this larger one at all. Let's liberate this village. Of course, liberate's a strong word, but it is under Imperial Japanese control, so I do think that the people are probably glad that we've arrived. So I'm going to drop this U.S. Marine Corps unit here because they are in supply, and then I'll move towards this Japanese settlement. Let's go ahead and take a look here. I'm going to try to attack the enemy infantry. And I just think with that, unfortunately, you know, with that positioning that they have in the jungle here on Guadalcanal Island, I don't think we're going to be able to do any damage to these guys. I think they're going to be rock solid. Let's go ahead and continue. Enemy MGs attacking us, and I think they're about to take out these units that started the invasion. It's very unfortunate. Hopefully we can redeem the honor that they brought here. And look at this. We've got some Japanese units here doing a lot of damage. Let's take a look at that. So it's the U.S. Marines 42. I'm going to need to retreat with them, get some reinforcements, and hopefully finish off this enemy bunker system, bunker complex. Yes! Nice! I would love to move into this area, but being surrounded by 3 Japanese units is not what I would call a good idea. So that being said, I'm going to continue to move this way. There's another bunker here. We'll begin the attack against it. And unfortunately, these guys are out of supply, so I've messed up here. I'm going to have to get this supply ship, either move these guys back or get this supply ship over there. I'm going to move these guys back, and sure enough, we've got some Japanese engineers. I was wondering how we got cut off, and sure enough, it's going to be the Japanese engineers here. Jungle combat is very confusing, as you could probably imagine. All right. So we actually could send these Marines to help out these boys, and I think that's probably what we're going to do. You know, Marines don't leave a man behind, and we're going to do the same. Our guys are attacking this area up here. I think it's an important area, so I'm going to move on it. And we're going to lose some men in the process, but hopefully we save these 2 guys, or these 2 units, from total destruction, and I think we can do that. Let's go ahead and take a look over here. All right, nice. We're getting on land, boys. Going to go ahead and commence the attack. We've got to avenge those Marines that were taken out in the last wave. I am going to drop this U.S. infantry squad right there. Yes, we are dropping them in front of a bunker, but I think we're going to be just fine. We might take a few hits, but we're going to be moving generally in the right direction. And let's go ahead and maybe even try to hit the bunker with our Wildcat. Come on, Wildcat. You got to get better shots than that, man. Oh, sorry, guys. What's going on? There we go. Okay. Oh, Lord. It's funny because I've noticed that a lot of people spend their currency so quickly. You know, I'm the kind of guy, if I'm gonna gamble something, which don't gamble, remember, it's bad. But if I'm gonna gamble, I typically am the kind of guy, I'll gamble, win, and walk away immediately. I don't like playing twice. I don't like taking another chance. No. If I've won or lost, I'm out of there, basically. Okay, let's see if we could do anything else here. I think we can maybe get some engineer units. We might be able to. You know what? We can actually get some U.S. Infantry 42, and we can actually revive a destroyed unit. So I think that's a pretty cool idea. I'm going to drop this guy right there. So let's go ahead and end the turn here. What's this? There he is. Let's move on to... I really want to take a look at what's on Tanambogo Island, the village here. But I know if we get closer, we're going to definitely take some heat. Nonetheless, I'm going to try to attack silently. It didn't seem to work very well. Yes, that's good to hear, man. It's good to hear. It's, I mean, you know, listen, some people have more luck than others, but I tend to avoid it. Which is different because here in Italy, you know, I obviously came here to Italy from the States, and in the States, to see, like, for instance, a slot machine or something like that, you had to go to Vegas or Atlantic City, or even a casino on a reservation. But here in Italy, there are slot machines everywhere. I don't touch them, though. Here we go. Continue. Thank you, Muso. Alright guys, so we're continuing through, and the thing about this jungle warfare, and one of the confusing aspects of it, as you can see, you know, we were cut off here. We wasted 2 turns getting these guys back, and with these jungles, it's so easy for the enemy to move around unseen and for them to take us out quite quickly. So we need to be aware at all times. I am going to try and take this unit out. I'm really going to try to focus fire on units, and if you guys see, if we get 2 units on either side of another unit, basically one flanking, we're going to actually get bonuses to our attack. So that's what we're about to do right now, and I'm pretty sure these guys are going to retreat. Sure enough, it's exactly what they're going to do. We're going to move this guy forward, and now we've got these guys trapped, nice and trapped. I'm going to get some reinforcements for these Marines. And... oh, absolutely, alert. No, we figured, but no, you know, it's Agrippa. Agrippa. Let's get behind the enemy, and look at that. We've got some more Japanese heavy infantry here. I'm really focused on just the Japanese infantry defending the woods, or defending it's actually a jungle. I mean, there is a major difference between woods and jungle. Keep that in mind. Sure enough, the enemy ran away. One of our Marine Corps units is out of supply, believe it or not. Now, we've got the supply ship right here. We've got another supply ship. Well, we've got a Marine Corps ship right here with our artillery on it. But I wonder why this supply ship isn't giving supplies to these guys, but is giving supplies to these guys. So what are we going to do? We're going to bring that supply ship, the other supply ship, a little bit closer. In the meantime, we'll drop off our U.S. infantry here next turn, and maybe we could take out the enemy here. It's going to be risky. Damn it, Raiders. Well, yes, actually, when I named my channel, this was long before working here at Slytherin, my favorite general of all time is Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa. Now, Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa was already taken on YouTube, so I had to mix Agrippa from Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa and Maxentius from my most hated emperor of all time, and sort of combine the two to make Agrippa Maxentius. Not the most original thing in the world, but I'm proud of it nonetheless. Let's go ahead and open fire here on the Korean workers. God, imagine if somebody just tuned into this stream. Let's open fire on Korean workers. This is a touchy subject here. My rap name. I don't have a rap name, nor will I ever. If I have anything to say about it. All right, guys. Well, we are getting really close to the end there of the stream, guys. So if anybody has any questions, etc., comments, please let me know. Please don't forget the fact that we've got these games on sale today. I'm also allowed to let you guys know about Panzerkrieg, which is going to be our next addition to the Order of Battle universe. And what Panzerkrieg is going to be, it's going to be from the German perspective during 1942 and 1943 in Russia. So really tough, hardcore fighting. It's going to be incredible. We still have a while before it comes out. So in the meantime, when we do Order of Battle streams, we are, of course, going to try and play as much as we can on this particular campaign. I'm going to try to devote our time to this campaign. And of course, Muso, if you'd like, drop our Matrix and Slytherin YouTube channels. We need everybody to subscribe to our Matrix and Slytherin YouTube channels. You know, we also have streams there. And for everybody watching on our Matrix or our Slytherin channel, thank you so much. It looks like Eric Gunyard was actually asking us to name a unit after him on the YouTube channel. Let's take a look. I'm not sure we can rename units. We may be able to. Yeah, it looks like we can. So this is definitely something to consider, guys, for the next time we play this game. Maybe those of you with more slits than others can get some units named after you. Maybe that could be an incentive to not waste all your currency, guys. Stop doing that, by the way, wasting away every single slit you guys get immediately. But we still love you all, and we want to thank you so much for stopping by. I want to definitely thank, for sure, Vaughn, as well as Wavell for providing some really great support, really great advice here. Awesome guys, and thank you again, guys. So we're going to save this campaign. When we do another Order of Battle stream in the future, we're going to come back to this one. All right, my friends? I'll see you then. Take care, and have a great, great day.